Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Zach with the Iowa Plainsman Outdoors. Today, I have a very big announcement. I am changing the name of my channel. Um, I have thought about it for quite some time. It's been a name that's stuck with me for months. Couldn't get it out of my head, and I figured, after talking with some people and thinking it over for a long time, uh, that since I can't stop thinking about it, then I'll change the name of the channel. I'm going to get into a lot of the reasons why here later, but what I'm changing it to is Deeply Driven Outdoors. Deeply Driven Outdoors. Um, like I said, I've thought about it for some time. I like the name a lot, but let me get into the kind of the reasons as to why I'm changing it. So, Iowa Plainsman Outdoors. I'm going to give you a little bit of history on that name. I came up with it. Well, I started the channel in October of 2017, so sometime around then. Um, I wanted some kind of a name that sort of like referred to like an older time, when hunting and fishing was very common and people did it for, sustain their lifestyle. Um, and I kind of thought like, well, maybe some kind of like a frontiersman kind of thing. But when you think of like the Great Frontier, Iowa wasn't really Great Frontier. We were the Great Plains. So I kind of settled on Plainsman. Um, and obviously, I'm in Iowa, so I figured, well, it'd be the Iowa Plainsman Outdoors. Um, that's kind of the history on where that name came from. So, reasons that I'm changing the name. First of all, with Deeply Driven Outdoors, I feel like it really encapsulates how I feel about the outdoors, like how I pursue the outdoors. We're deeply driven to do it. There's a lot of people that know me in real life. Um, they tell you the same thing. There's several things in life that I really, really like and I really enjoy and pursue. Friends, family, hunting, fishing, and like music. There's like a few things, and I'm just so deeply driven to hunt, to fish, to explore. Camping, kayaking, even things that aren't hunting and fishing, just outdoor activities. So I figured that name was very fitting, but also I think it's very relatable. I don't know for sure really how many people will come by this channel and think, yeah, Plainsman, like I can really relate to that. I think if someone is looking up videos for hunting and fishing on YouTube, they can probably relate to being deeply driven as well. So that's why I really like that name. I think it's more relatable. Um, Also, as this channel gets bigger, and I'm trying to think ahead here. Um, what if this channel keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger? I don't know if I want to have a banner that says the state that I'm in, because I do a lot of hunting on public land and a lot of fishing on public ground. I wouldn't hide from it, like I mentioned it in videos. I'm just not sure that I want this big banner saying, uh, you know, I'm in Iowa, so um, that's another thing that's kind of crossed my mind. Um, Additionally, on the Iowa Plainsman Outdoors, I think it kind of regionalizes me. I had a video back in 2017 where myself and Nicole, my girlfriend, went on another vacation with another couple to northern Minnesota. Did some fishing, did some exploring and hanging out and chilling. And I did a video on that, and at the time it almost kind of like stuck in my head, like, well, it's a Minnesota video. This is the Iowa Plainsman. Um, and this year, coming up in July, we're going to Montana. We're going to do some fishing. We're going to do some exploring and some hiking and stuff like that. Going to do videos of that too. It's also not Iowa. Also, I'm bound and determined uh, as I get a little older that I want to do hunts out west, and of course I want to film those hunts. I want to hunt antelope, mule deer, elk, and eventually I want to do moose. Very determined to do those things. So I'm gonna video those hunts, but then they wouldn't take place in Iowa. So it's also the kind of thing like, well, do I make a different channel for them for just those few times I go out of state? Well, no, you know, but they're not really taking place in Iowa. Like, it'd be kind of bizarre to scroll past the channel. It's Iowa Plainsman Outdoors, and there's some dude hunting elk in the Rocky Mountains. Just wouldn't really fit. So I just didn't want to regionalize it at all. I just didn't want to pigeonhole it, and I'll still mention in my videos again that I'm from Iowa. Like, I'm not hiding it. You can find that out easily enough. Most of my activities are outdoors. Most of my videos do take place in Iowa, so that still plays a role in my channel. It just doesn't, pigeonhole my content based on the region that I'm in. So those are the main reasons for the channel name change. I really hope all you guys will like it, and I definitely like it. Like I said, I've thought about it for a long time. I really like the name. Hopefully, you guys do as well. I appreciate everyone's support. This channel, for what you're used to seeing, isn't really going to change much. It's going to be done in a lot of the same format, a lot of the same style. We're still going to be doing a lot of waterfowl hunts. We're going to have muzzleloader deer hunts. We're going to be doing a lot of fishing, diddy poles, things of that nature. It'll be a lot of the same stuff. It's just under a little bit different name. There'll be a little bit of new stuff sprinkled in. Like I said, maybe when I do get to go out west and hunt, you'll see that as well. I just got into bow fishing last year, so there's going to be some more bow fishing this year. Things like that. So mostly, though, the content's going to be the same, and then the style in which I present it, my style isn't going to change either. So it's very much this, going to stay the same in some ways. Only thing that's really changing is the name, and I just feel like it's more encompassing. I really relate to being deeply driven outdoors. I mean, like, when I think of, if I were to describe how I feel about the outdoors, or to what level I pursue the outdoors, I would describe it as being deeply driven. So I feel like it's an accurate descriptor. And I think that there's a lot of other people out there that can relate to that. So it's just about a matter of making it a little bit more relatable, a little bit more accurate to myself. And like I said, most of the content is going to be the same as to what you're used to seeing on Iowa Plainsman. And I'm not going to shy away from that. There'll probably be Plainsman references for the people that used to, have followed me for a long time. It's not that I'm ashamed of it or anything like that. I'm still going to mention in videos the fact that I'm from Iowa. Just don't want the big banner, right there on my channel name that I'm in Iowa. Other than that, I mean, like I said, most things are pretty much going to be the same. It was something that I thought about for a long time. I'm hoping that, like I said, everybody else likes it because I like it myself. So I just want to do an update on that before we really start kicking off 2019, hunting and fishing. It's really start getting into the nitty gritty of the year. So be looking for that. Instead of see Deeply Driven Outdoors, still me. It's still the same content. It's just a little bit different name. I appreciate everyone that's followed me for, like, it's been 2 years this month. So I appreciate everyone that's followed me for these last 2 years. Watch my videos, subscribe to the channel, comment, interact, help build this little community we got going. And I'm looking forward to continuing to see that grow in 2019. It's just a different name. Deeply Driven Outdoors. It's going to be the same stuff. Appreciate you guys for hanging in there, continuing to check out my videos. Content's still going to be there. I felt like I should do a video fully explaining why the name changed and to what it's going to be. So that's what I did today. Thank you guys. I got a lot of content coming up. We're already talking about turkey hunting. We're already talking about diddy poles. We're talking about crappie fishing. Spring is around the corner. It doesn't feel like it now, but it is. We're going to have a lot of stuff coming up that we're going to be doing. We're going to be filming and putting up for you guys to check out and enjoy too. So make sure to stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will catch you in those future videos.